Excellent. Good evening, everybody. My name is Stacy Carr, and I'm a member of APSE. And I'm very happy to bring our May series to a close with this fantastic panel from the Autism Society of Central Virginia. Some of my friends and colleagues are going to get a chance to share what social connectedness means to them, because that's a really important part as we age. We often stop going to school, we retire, but we always have community engagement. And these lovely people are going to share their experiences about community engagement and what it means to them. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce Catherine Pall from ASCV to get us started. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Catherine Pall, and I am the Community Programs and Volunteer Engagement Manager at the ASCV, and I am thankful to be here today. And I have some panelists to introduce you to this evening, and we will be talking about being connected in the community and some of the things that they have experienced from their point of view. So hopefully you'll enjoy this panel. My first panelist that I would like to introduce, and I would like you to tell you a little bit about yourself, is Janai Santiago. So, Janai, if you
Hi,
would.
my name is Janai Santiago. I graduated VCU in 2020 in early childhood development. I am single, ready to mingle, and I did a lot of community work with Jacob's Chance and VCU and all of the with all my programs I stay busy with, and I'm proud to be a part of this amazing group today. And I'm happy to be a Latina, Hispanic. I like to embrace my Hispanic roots. And I love my family. I'm a Christian, a born again Christian. I love God with all my heart. I love my family. I love all my friends. I couldn't know the one that's on here. My childhood friend Emily, and everyone that I love. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. The next person I would like to introduce is Emily Dodge.
Hi, my name is Emily Dodge. I'm 22 years old and I have Down syndrome. And I am so glad to be here today with all of you guys.
Very nice. Thank you, Emily. The next person I would like to introduce is Madison.
Hi, my name is Madison. I graduated from Reynolds in 26. So yeah, like recently. I like drawing and like listening to music and like artistic hobbies pretty much. Um, I don't know. I guess that's all I gotta say there.
Very good. And
Whatever.
the last person I would like to introduce is Phoenix.
Yeah, well, greetings. Name's Phoenix Amadeus, pronouns they them. I serve on the Self-Advocate Council at ASCV. Basically, what we do is we make sure that we as autistics are being appropriately included and represented by the society. Aside from that, I'm also an up and coming singer and rapper.
That's awesome.
I think I may have landed a producer recently, but I'll let you guys know. Anyways, that's all I've got for now.
Thank you. These individuals make up our panel for tonight. And like I said before, we're going to be talking about connectedness and being in the community and the way that these individuals are experiencing that in their life right now. As you can see, they come from a variety of backgrounds. So the way this is going to work is I have a series of questions. I'm going to ask a main question. We're going to have some discussion, and you guys on the panel know that you can chime in when you need to or want to, and then we'll move on to the next one, and we will continue our panel that way this evening. Okay? So the first part that I wanted to talk about was about getting involved. And my main question right now is, what motivated you to join community programs or activities, and how did you get started? And to go along with that, I want to know what has helped connect you with other people? What is something you have experienced?
Um, well, first, what first motivated me was absolutely to have social opportunities, to make new friends, and this is how I first got started. My mom signed me up for Rain and Young Life when I was in middle school. Yeah, like the person who helped me get connected was Miss Cat, the lovely lady on the screen, and um, and it was not hard to take the first step. I know I was pretty darn excited. So yeah, I just yeah, like it feels good to stay connected. It feels good to like make social connections. Like I need that, and it's just like it's opened up doors for me.
Very good. Thank you, Madison. Would anyone
You're
else in the panel?
welcome.
Would
I
anyone
Yeah.
else?
like to chime
I,
in.
Yes, go ahead, Emily. Or
So the one that has connected me was Jacob's Chance, I think. And Jacob's Chance, I had started a program, and I've been part of that since I was about 3 years old. And it opens a lot of doors for me because I could meet new people, and it makes me feel great to have great friends like that.
very good.
And for me, I would say I love being connected with all the programs that I've been through. I feel so connected and privileged to be with them. I feel like I belong in everything I do, and feeling connected with them, it gives me a lot of hope and happiness. Like I first started out with the Virginia Down Syndrome Association. That's how I got my whole life. Because I started with the early intervention, and a lot of doors opened for me, like for my speaking engagements, and a lot of my and me helping the VDSA as a leader of doing my own young adult hangouts with them. And I'm so privileged and happy to be a part of it. Then I've been doing a different more organizations when I was younger. When I was in middle school and high school, and of course college. Like from middle school and high school, I first got started with Jacob. Of course, with Jacob's Chance, they were amazing people.
Mhm.
They love and in college I was with them too. I've been them ever since when I started public school, and doing their programs leads me to a lot of doors in my life. And after that, I do a lot of VCU. That's when I meet my sweet friend Stacy on here. And I've been so involved in my speaking engagements and having those opportunities to feel connected with all my organizations to lead me to the person that I am.
Phoenix, are you ready?
yeah, I was just waiting.
You were waiting very patiently. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I'm trying to lower it. There it goes. I would my family and I have always my family and I have always been a part of ASCV ever since I was diagnosed at the tender age of 5, I think. I was at I was one of I was actually one of the first counselors. We may be, and I think we're one of the first branches, if not the very first, of the Autism Society of America to have their own council. And they feel like a second family to me. They like they just know just just the technical nitty-gritty stuff of what it is to be autistic. Like you have to always be you have to always be very careful how you read people. You know, you get you you get one thing wrong. Like you say something that might sound a little weird but makes sense to you. That's just an example. That that's just an example, it's but it's empowering to it's empowering to be just to be there and to be able to and of course to be able to do this work with them. I've only got I've only got 1 year left before I got to give my seat up to someone else, though. That doesn't mean I can't still be around them. We see each other at events all the time. I just saw some I just saw some of my closest friends at the 5K, and that felt good. Just to be able to walk and talk at the same to walk and talk at the same time. I don't often I don't often ask pe people to do things outside of these events with me, though. Matter of fact, I never do. Maybe I should. I, I don't know. I'll think on it.
That's a good thought because that kind of leads into my next question about this. Is it hard to take that first step in getting involved in making connections with people? What do you think, Phoenix? You can start.
Sometimes it is. Look, trigger warning mentions of depression here, okay?
Okay.
I'm someone who has spent a long who has spent a long time in self-isolation, particularly as I particularly as particularly during my transition, my gender transition, mind you guys. It it's been long and rough, and sometimes I still have to ask myself some tough questions about who I really am and what I want. And I gotta be honest, it's kind of hard to seek out new people when you're still trying to understand yourself.
That makes sense.
But which is all the more reason I'm so I'm so grateful to have people like Liz and Bill and Robert and Jalissa and Frankie and Ida and Jordan around me. we are so many and yet we're all one. That's the part I love the most.
That's awesome, Phoenix. Thank you so much for sharing that.
And I would like to chime in. I would say for me, of what's hard for me is transitioning from schools. Because when I first started school, it was really hard to go into the public school system because I was in the preschool for a while then, and it was time for me to go into the different schools that I was in. Remember when for elementary, it was really, really hard because I was in a self-contained school that I didn't like, and being mistreated and not getting enough resources. And I feel like when it was time for schooling for me, it was the hardest transition and the hardest communication in my life. And there's like a piece of me that felt it was missing. And the hardest part is not having the communication skills with my parents of transitioning into school. That's been the hardest in my life to go through. I
Yeah.
had my parents with me, my family. They're my biggest supporters in my life and biggest cheerleaders. They helped me through this barrier of overcoming the challenges I went through in a young age.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, it's one thing to be taught the skills. It's another thing
Yeah.
to always have them on call. It's another thing to always have them on call
Mm-hmm.
to just sort of put together in your head what it is you want to say.
Yes. Yeah. When I was going to my um elementary school, I felt like I was in a box and I can't be who I am and what God has for me. And it made me so angry and I wanted to get out that particular elementary school. And I believe I was there over probably 1 or 2 years and refused for me to get out and go to another school. Like
I would like,
when
I'm sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Emily.
of an of me going into an integrated classroom.
Yes. So I would
Mhm.
like to comment. Mine was kind of hard because speaking was kind of hard for me. Like I couldn't even talk when I was a kid, and when I was a baby, used to scream about something, and at one point, my mom has taught me a lot of sign language and taught me how to not to scream a lot. So it was kind of hard in that thing. Like I don't did not have learn how to talk yet. I was still using a lot of skills to help me, but in the progress, was kind of really hard that people can't hardly know that I'm speaking, but it's kind of the south on the south side, but like um speaking and talking was kind of hard in that situation. And then one day, and I speak very clearly, so that was kind of amazing to know that I have a lot of support system behind me and behind my back.
Thank you, Emily. Madison, did you want to add something? I know you kind of talked about it a little bit
Yeah,
earlier.
are we on the question, was it hard to take the first step? Because, like,
Yes, that's the question we're on.
because, like, all I put was no, I was excited, but, like, now that I know the context behind this,
You're
social
fine.
awkwardness is, like, a thing. No,
Okay.
no, not about this meeting. Like legit. I'm talking about like maybe I don't know in the context of like changing like schools and stuff. Like I don't know and like social skills and stuff. Yeah, I don't know
It's
because
fine.
like literally all I put this was no. I was excited because but that is true. I was very excited to get involved in community programs. I remember when I was younger though, it was kind of hard, like like awkward wise. But I got out of my shell and I'm like, heck yeah, now. So yeah, I just kind of misunderstood the question.
No, you didn't
Yeah.
misunderstand the question. There's no wrong answer to any question. It's how you feel and how you feel about the question. There's no wrong answers, Madison, I promise.
I
Hey,
Okay?
while
just
we're on the
okay. I
topic of
didn't get much
school,
context.
hey, while we're on the topic of school about early childhood, who here remembers what it was like to like have only a close squad of friends? To be
Yes.
acknowledged, to and to be, well, at best acknowledged by everyone else, but not really spoken to. Like
Yes, like
you weren't
everybody knew
being
who I
made
was.
fun. You weren't really being made fun of or anything. You weren't being excluded, but you weren't being included either.
Yeah, like everybody knew who I was, but I wasn't really close to like the majority of people. Yeah. Yeah, I was
Um,
like, yeah,
Story of my
that's pretty
life.
valid.
that's why we're having a
Yes.
Story
conversation
of
about
my fucking
connectedness.
life.
Mine too.
Hmm. There you guys go. So now that we've talked about how different ways we've had difficult times feeling connected, I want to ask a big question about what some of your favorite experiences might have been. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about this for a second. Can you share one of your favorite experiences from a program or a place that you've been a part of? Why
Sure.
was it meaningful for you? And tell me about the people that you were with.
Um, One of my favorite, sorry if anyone else wanted to go first, but one of my favorite experiences from a social recreational program of all time. I have this very specific like memory of like having rain at the Virginia Home for Boys and Girls back in like 20 summer of 2021. That was like a vibe. Like that summer
Wow.
was it was what made it so meaningful. Well, we had like awesome stuff like a pool and we like watched like movies and stuff. We had like a lot of cozy spaces. We cooked and but that summer was pretty good for me. I have fond memories of creating and chatting in the AC with my friends and I love that location too. And as for who I was with my good friend whose name starts with an A. Yeah. If I guess we can say names here.
You can, you can, and
Uh,
if she wasn't shy, she'd
Alana.
probably be here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm afraid
I was
I've
wondering why
if
she
that
wasn't
was
here.
a rule, I'm afraid I'd already broken it by name dropping
Yeah.
my fellow
It's okay.
counselors.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was that's what I was thinking.
Does anyone else want to share?
Sure, I will. This was well, can I give two?
Yeah, whatever is
Neither
in your
one
mind is
I
fine.
recall particularly well, but they were striking to me. One was at one was at a duck one was at the duck race. I had just figured out my I had just figured out my new name and I had just figured out my new name and pronouns and I told them to this lady who worked with who I think her name was also Kat, but she worked with the news or something with Richmond Richmond Aiden. Apparently she had known me for a little while. And I think I remember hearing she was proud of me or something for for telling her that. And I just remember this was early. Remember, this was early on. So
She was proud
I
of
don't
you for
know,
being
having
yourself.
that,
That's good.
yeah. R.I.P. to her.
Yes.
Back in yeah, it was the next year. I wish I could have been there, honestly. The
Mine.
other is just a second. And the other was at one of these adult social groups, we had a game night. And one of the games was Rock Band. That that was how I met some and I met a few and I met a few good fr and I met a few good friends there. There's but in my experience, especially as a singer-songwriter, nothing brings folks together quite like music. Madison would know. You want to hear her sing Zoot Suit Riot. Just in the last
Yeah.
just at the last adult social group.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was a karaoke night and
Oh yeah, that was fun.
yeah, it was.
I love
She said,
karaoke. Like some people are like so afraid of it. I just wing it. Like it's fun. You sound terrible together. It's fun. There's nothing to be
"Oh,
afraid of.
that's a good point."
Yeah.
I sang that night I sang Lovely by Billie Eilish and Khalid. I am a big Billie fan, but
Yeah, I remember.
anyways, I think we've made you wait long enough, Emily. You
Go
go.
ahead, Emily.
Okay, sorry. Mine was about Jacob's chance, and mine was I think just the open like I just want to speak clearly about three out of my friends who has been now when I started the program for Jacob's chance, and when there was this girl named Kate who was the director, and she opened the doors for me, and then opened the doors for other people, and the other three that came right after me was Tyler, Matthew, and Jesse, and they came right after me, and I just want to mind that like my friends are right there, and I just want to appreciate that. And being a part of Jacob's Chance is kind of amazing. My favorite is probably the adult hangouts and the doing the programs, and it's a meaningful of what my friends does. And I'm really happy and grateful for all of my friends.
That's awesome. Thank you, Emily.
And I would like to go. Is it okay to mention sweet?
Oh my goodness. We can try.
Like,
Yes.
I was saying my first one, I would say is Virginia Down Syndrome Association. I had a lot of experiences with them when I was a young. Is when I started early early intervention with them, and they opened a lot of doors in my life. They speak highly of me. They loved me. I'm like the child. Being a part of the organization had been an amazing experience in my life. And my second one, I would say, is with Jacob's Chance. I first started out with them when I was in middle school, high school, and college. Being with them for all those years made me the person I want to be. Like what Emily said, the co-founder of Jacob's Chance is Kimo Dagan, and I like to call him my tater tot. And she gave me she gave me the heart of Jacob's Chance love. She gave the love and everybody with all my friends I love and able to be the person that I am. and Jacob's chance. And with VCU, like with CSIC, oh my God, this that was my school. I love my school that I went to. It speaks to my own home because with VCU they speak the life in my heart because I'm able to do a lot of my advocacy work and they love me for who I am and they help me grow to the person that I want to be in my life. And when what God had for me with VCU, they open doors for me. That's how I felt when I met everybody in VCU, including Stacy. They gave me purpose in my own life.
One love, comrades.
Those are such good answers to those questions. You guys did a really great job. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing all of that. So
Thank you for the compliments.
my next question is going to be about daily life. So how has being involved in community activities affected your life outside of being in programs, like at home or work or school or other places? And I want you to think about, did it give you more confidence? Did it affect your confidence? Has it helped you with your independence or any other skills or anything that you can think of?
Well, bottom line is it means less of being bored at home and it absolutely means something to do, but it's given me a lot of confidence over the years. What?
No, yeah,
Look at the
that's just a very you answer. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it's like I know I say this a lot, but I don't know what else to say. It's like brought me out of my shell. Like I used to be more like I okay, this is like what I wrote on a different question, but I used to think I was more of an introvert, but that is absolutely not me, and I learned that from these groups. I'm just like, hey guys, like I'll talk to like nearly anybody. Unless they're like mean or like cold. I don't know. That but even then I'll like try. I'm very like I'm open. Like I'll talk to people. It's and I learned that through these groups. It's also helped with my independence, I guess. Yeah, like learning how to be away from my parents more. Like just like sleepaway camps, stuff like that. I've learned to like how to like keep track of items and hygiene and stuff. Well, that's not really been a problem, but I've just learned to like get away for a little bit. Don't we all want to do that? Don't we all want
Oh
to get
yeah.
away? Yeah.
You are talking to someone who wants to move, who would like to move out sooner or later. Find it.
Yes.
I'd like to find an apartment around. I'd like to find an apartment or at least rent one somewhere around Richmond while I make my name. Maybe even look for a new job, one that I didn't get from my parents.
Mhm.
And Catherine, can I take a moment to answer this question
Yes,
myself?
I thought that you were leading into that. You may answer the question.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I thought I was just adding on to what Madison was saying.
You can answer.
Well, it's kept me alive. And also, as I've been saying, reminds me that there's people out there who get it. And that we and that we get to have it that we get to have each other's backs.
Very good.
I honestly don't have a lot of people in in my life who are like that. Most others I felt I keep I just need to keep track of. I wish I were a better friend, but at least with them I feel like I can actually do some good with them.
Very good.
Mine is probably giving confidence is a big word. And confidence has made me who I am. This is who I am. You can't change that. And it's made me that my like your parents is raising you to be good. And I'm so grateful that my confidence is way more is demonstrable, and that's who I am. And I could be a leader of class. You could do anything. So proud, and I'm so grateful. And confidence is the only way to make you who you are. Don't change that.
That's a great message, Emily. Thank you so much.
And you
Janai, are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, your turn.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Yes, of course. Okay. How has being involved in community activities affected your life outside of the programs, like at home, work, or school? Did it give you more confidence? Did it help you with skills or independence?
I would say yes for my confidence and according for my self-worth. I feel like I could go out of my shell and do doing things in my community and be the person that I am. I know Richmond, Virginia is my hometown. I like to be ordinary. I like to be extraordinary. I go, I like making a difference in, in my community and in my community and in the world. I feel like that God has a purpose in my life, in my community, and my friends and my girlfriends. I feel like my parents raised me of who I am and loved me with someone that has a disability, and I'm happy to have amazing parents that loved me for me and knows what's good for me and knows what's best for me.
That's beautiful. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
That's so cool. That was really great answers, you guys, to that question. Thank you so much for everything that you guys said.
Anytime.
My next question is about advocacy and voice. So we're going to talk about advice that you have for organizations or for people or for programs that you might want to see. What's something that they could change that would make a big difference? Or is there something that you think that you think is missing?
Um, I just I just said that these camps should listen to their like campers. I don't know what the other word would be, but about what they want to
Okay.
do. Follow their input so everyone gets a chance to contribute. Like don't just like set up stuff without the input from the people that are gonna be in that camp. I mean, that's like the most like logical one that I could think of. And yeah, and something that they should like are we at that part? What they should stop doing and like to make a big difference or not?
That's a really good answer. Input is important, and what you
Okay.
guys think is really important. So good. Anyone else?
And I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I would say for all the programs that I've been through all my life, I feel like what is missing. I feel like they should spread it to like the nationwide, like with each state having a program, like with the VDSA, the Virginia Down
Mhm.
Syndrome, with Virginia Down Syndrome Association. I feel like each state should have programs in different states, including in Atlanta, with people with disabilities, to have those connections with different people in different states to spread and to grow and, and like have your program to be more nationwide and and be more open to other states that would love to have programs like what I have amazing programs I love, but what I see is missing of them not spreading their business to different states.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mhm.
If I may.
My
Oh,
just
you first.
Thanks.
Emily, do you want to
Okay.
go? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sure. Um, Mine is probably with the program. Just know that just spread the word, just spread the love, just spread anything with the programs. But the my with what Janai said with Virgin Down syndrome, Jacob's chance, and any of that programs, you can don't be afraid to reach out. So there's the concept right there because in that gap, the one thing that's missing is your heart will lead into those programs together and combine them and just reach out. Just don't be afraid of it.
That's great. That's a really good message too, Emily. Phoenix, did you have something to add?
Yeah, this is can I be a little more fiery here?
I want you to share what's true for you.
What I mean,
Yeah,
what I
share.
mean by that is a little more challenging.
Of course. This is a discussion. We
Yeah,
want to know what you think.
the board yeah, something that's come up in a few of our meetings is the board of directors are mostly made of benefactors, people who get or heads of companies who donate to the ASCB. Right
Mm-hmm.
right now, and this is all right.
So
Let me say it like this.
let's rephrase this a
Don't
little bit.
yeah,
Let's do it like this.
let's put on
Let me help you. How about this? What is something that you would like to see that would make things better?
all right. Some more maybe some maybe some more public discussion
Okay.
and hmm, and something I would encourage anyone who wants to support us as as a branch of the Autism Society is don't be afraid of new ideas.
Very good.
We are the ones you want to support, listen so please listen to us. Especially when you don't especially when you don't want to. With with all due respect,
Mhm.
y- we with all due respect, we need to have we need to have the loudest voice because without us, the organization would not exist.
And I also agree with Phoenix because please support us. This is who we are.
I agree with Phoenix and Mirage. Everybody should be heard of who we are and what we stand for in our lives.
Yeah.
A great
See,
message.
that's yeah, nothing about us without us. That that's a
Do you
saying that's a saying a lot of us like to use. I confess I had forgotten that it was a saying for a little while. I never will again, though.
okay? So and that's something that you've been thinking about?
Yeah.
Very good.
And something I want everyone here to remember. Nothing about us without us.
That's very good. And that's a really good message for people trying to provide supports and for community connectedness. So that's great. Okay, so we have about 15 minutes left. So what I want to do for this last question, I'm going to make it brief and quick, is what's one statement you would share about connectedness? And I think Phoenix just gave your statement very well, but just leave us with one statement and then we will take some questions from the audience.
Okay, my one statement about connectedness is that one, it's very beneficial. Like it's good for like cognitive, mental, emotional, social, and physical health even. It just makes you like healthier and stuff. Also, it's very it opens new doors. It opens new chapters. You get more out of like when you're connected, when you stay connected. You get more. It's like buying premium. It's awesome. Like you get to go more places and do more stuff. I don't know.
That's
Like
great.
yeah, I still have laughing again.
I also agree with Madison. Yeah, I also agree with Madison because um my one is probably be connected, stay in a group, and be connected. And it's very brutal. You have to support us, and I really want to appreciate that too.
Very good. Phoenix, you have your hand raised.
Yeah. About com yeah, about community. Those people who cho we all want to reach for the stars, right?
Hmm.
We can't always get there. Those people who choose you, who show up for you, who always have the door open to you. Those are the people, those are your people. Watch out for them. Cherish them. You never and give back and give back. Be those are the people you those are the people you really want to fight for. This is something I wish I had known a long time ago, and I want to make sure you guys know it now. Find your people and don't lose sight of them.
Perfect.
I,
Yeah,
and
that
I would
was
like,
like profound.
Mhm.
Like dang.
Yeah, I would like to say something
Go ahead.
too.
You'll
What
close us out.
okay, I would say about connect, being more connectedness. I would say being connected to everything gives us a lot of opportunities with different speaking engagements that we do, and be open of what we have in this world, and be out there of different opportunities, different decisions that we have. Shoot for the stars and always hit the jackpot, and label never label us as a never label us in different ways, in different words of what people thinks about us. Always have the moment to shine, and always have a moment of glory of God shining down on us, and to have us to feel open and feel loved with everyone that we have in our lives, with our
Circle of
friends,
life.
family, girlfriends, and loved ones, and always know that we have a voice, and we have this shine in our hearts that we could be ourselves and be connected with the people that we love.
Beautiful. Thank you guys for sharing. Now,
Thank
I
you.
would like to have some time, if we have some questions from the audience. Now would be great.
You
Does
mean
anyone have
us?
any
Okay.
questions?
Uh,
Are you acting as the audience, Madison? You're good. You're fine. No, you're totally fine. Do you have a question?
no.
Okay, you're fine. Don't worry. Now people are going to ask you some questions. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Well, I
sure.
was going to say, I don't have a question, but thank you for allowing me to participate, to listen to your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings. As a provider, it helps me make sure that I am aligned, right, with expectations and what the individuals that I support, what they want. So I love hearing from you. And Emily, Carol told me to tell you hi.
You are exactly the kind of person we need to see more of.
Well, thank you.
Tell Kira hi.
I will.
Any other questions?
I'm going to ask a question. What is your favorite thing to do during the summer with the people that you care about?
Ooh, I think I'll answer that. I like that question, Stacey. I will say what I like to do over the summer with my besties and my girlies, and it's like going out and having fun adventures, and doing fun things like go out to the movies or go bowling, go out to eat. Because I know I'm a foodie,
Haven't been to an
and
amusement park in forever, but that sounds fun.
yeah, and that too, and there's a lot in Virginia. There's a lot in Virginia that I love going to, and it says many of the people that I love speaks to my heart. That's how God makes me feel with the people that I love. Like on this card, the people that I love, and my family. I love being my family. My family brings me to the person that I am, and able to share that opportunity.
Madison, what about you?
Yeah, what do you say, Madison?
Um, I like literally like love the pool. I just swim in the pool all summer long. Like I just practically live in the pool. It's fun. You feel like you're floating. It's good exercise, and you like legit feel like you're flying, and it's like awesome. And like I dart off the sides of the pool, and it's just like fun. I can go really fast down the water slide too. I think my record, it felt like I was going like 50 or 60 miles per hour down the water slide. You got to point your toes down. Like that's the secret. Aerodynamics or dehydrodynamics. I don't know.
My favorite is probably going bowling with my friends. I going bowling this Sunday, but also I'm excited to go bowling. I like to spend time with my family, my friends, and I like to spend time with my grandfather.
Yay. Phoenix, how about you?
Oh, I think I gave my answer in the middle of Janai's. Sorry about that.
Amusement parks. Got it.
Well, it's just, well, if there's just one thing, I told you I haven't done it in a long time, but I am thinking maybe I could get some friends together and maybe see if they feel like going. I'm not sure exactly where yet, or if I'm even doing this at all, because I'm sorry, I haven't done friends in a long time. So I still got to figure out where the
That's okay.
real first step is.
And I would like to mention I love like every Saturday I visit my grandma,
Oh,
and I love spending time with her. And right now she's in the hospital and she's not doing too hot.
Mhm.
I
We'll
want
be
to give
thinking
her a
about
shout
her,
out.
Janai.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Thank you.
we will. You definitely will.
Can I would like to say something.
Sure.
Don't really have a question, but I want to thank everybody for sharing. It was a refreshing reminder of the importance of connections and for sharing your stories so well and with determination. I love that confidence and strong words used to express how strongly you feel about things. So, as somebody who works at a community services board, I was just thinking of ideas of how can I do something else to give voice, right? You said nothing without about us without us.
That's
And it
right.
was just thinking of, maybe I can look at this one thing. I don't control the CSP, right? But there's this one thing that maybe I can get seek out other people in my community who have disabilities who would like to be a part of this event that we do and planning it, not just being someone who attends it or participates in it, but to help plan it. So given some authority, control, and ideas from the people that we support. So thank you for reminding me of that.
You're very welcome.
Of course.
On behalf of VCU APSI, we would love to thank you all for being here today. Catherine, thank you for doing such a great job of gathering folks and moderating for us. And Janai, Emily, Madison, and Phoenix, you are wonderful humans. I am so privileged to know you, and thank you so much for sharing your stories and what it means to be connected to you guys. And with that, I want to thank everyone for participating today and have a wonderful night.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, no
All right.
problem. Thank
Bye,
Thank you, everyone.
everybody.
Oh.
you. Bye.
Love you all.